Then all of a sudden, when your time gets contracted a little bit more. Now we have 3 kids. Last night, my wife had a long day. She was tired. We have a 2.5-year-old and a 9-year-old and an 11-year-old. Our little guy finally went to bed. It was probably 8:45. Last thing she wanted to do was work out, but she did want to work out. So I grabbed a lighter pair of dumbbells, gave her a 5-round circuit of some squats, sumo squats, lunges, some curls, overhead presses, like super basic. But when you did 5 rounds of those 5 or 6 exercises, whatever it was, for 10 reps, right? Nothing that really got her going to where she couldn't sleep if she was too late. But
Right.
after like 1 round, she's like, "Oh my God, so thankful you brought these up."
Yeah.
And you just kind of got to think of like, well, what else? What could you do in this moment? And
So
so,
tell me, Chris,
yeah,
how long did that take?
that took
For
like,
the 5
honestly,
times around?
I think even, and what was even cooler about the whole situation is our 2 oldest ones were hanging out. We were all kind of having a conversation along the way, spending time together, and nothing. It took like 15, 16 minutes, I think, max, to where, each round probably took like a minute and a half or so,
Yeah.
or maybe 2 minutes a round and like a 30-second break. I told her, go light, but then take a shorter break so you can kind of keep
Yeah.
that intensity somewhat higher. It was one of those things that the warm up was included in the workout because the weights were lighter
Exactly.
dumbbells for her. Relatively, I think it
Exactly.
was like 10-pound dumbbells or something. Which after you do all those reps for 5 rounds, it's, you're gonna get a little sweat on, but it stretches out your hamstrings.
Yeah.
You move your body.
Yeah.
You did some squats. You got your hips open. You pulled your shoulders back. You got your core a little tighter, and your arms feel a little bit of a pump before bed. And you have a better posture at the end of the day. And most importantly, you feel good about yourself. You beat some cortisol down, and you release, you release some endorphins along the way. And you felt like you still did something because guess what? You actually did do something. As you get older in life and training for the season that you're in, I'm sure we could have this discussion 10 years from now for both of us. And we'll probably come up
Yep.
with something different when we're in our 50s, right? But I look at training differently because when you're an athlete, it's it's almost like sometimes athletes don't know how not to be an athlete anymore because
Yeah.
everything it's not gray anymore. Like when you're an athlete, it's black and white. And then it becomes more gray as you become more an adult because then you have to think about your career. Like, did you travel? Did you sleep like crap last night before? Do you have kids?
Yeah.
Are you postpartum, prepartum as a woman? Are you a dad who's like waking up with a toddler in the middle or the baby in the middle of the night and you're like sleeping like 2 hours intervals if you're
Yeah.
lucky? Which as a parent, you that's what you go through. Like you just know it. We've had 3 kids. It's all the same. There's some point in there where you're like, there's not enough coffee in the world, but it's the most rewarding thing in the world. But at the same time, you got to realize,
Yeah.
okay, if I can squeeze out a 5-minute workout of 3 rounds of 10 squats, 10 push-ups, and 10 sit-ups, that's pretty damn good today. And that's cool.
And that Chris is that's the real point in this that I really want people to take away from this segment is the density of the workout that you described. If you had done a set, taken a break, done another set, and you did 5 rounds of 6 exercises, you could be 2 hours in the gym.
Totally.
But you got the density of work that you would do in 90 minutes down to 15 minutes.
Totally.
That's how Michelle and I approach this and how we encourage busy people, busy execs in this season of life are these exercise snacks. When I was with the Maple Leafs, our day was planned like to the second. Our coaches' meetings, the video meeting for the players was 4 minutes and 20 seconds
Yeah.
every day. When we had players come in the weight room, we had 15 minutes with the team. So it wasn't like we've got these pro athletes and we have them all day to work out, right? We've got to feed them, we've got to do treatments, and then we've got to lift. So that workout that we got in was what's the minimum effective dose? What's an exercise snack that we can do every single day with these guys versus that one really big workout? And we went 3.5 years without having an injury, right? We produced results where the guys were in unbelievable shape. They were healthy. We had the healthiest squad that hockey had seen. And it really was a testament to exactly what you're alluding to. Where we as professionals get mixed up is that we know what the perfect workout looks like.
Exactly.
So it's actually really hard to adjust away from it. And it has been for us coming into this season of our life as entrepreneurs. But once we made that switch, we realized we can go into the gym. We got 15 minutes. We can get in and do something great. Right? You don't have to wait for that perfect window and that perfect energy to open up.